Hi everybody, it's Ed and we're in the stained glass studio today. Today we're going to be bringing you 3 easy steps to hang your stained glass sun catcher. So step number 1, we want to make sure that we tin both pieces of our sun catcher. We've got our soldering iron heating up. I've got my soldering iron controller and it is sitting at 70% or 70. So we're going to see just, how hot that is. If you notice, my iron isn't turning blue. So we have it just, I would almost venture to say it's pretty close to the right temperature. So I'm going to take my flux brush and bring my flux over here. And you know me, I'm using ruby flux. So what we want to do, we're going to go around the outside edge of our cardinal. Now everybody remembers the cardinal because when we first started teaching you all how to do stained glass on our channel, the cardinal was the first pattern that we showed you how to use. And I'm sure you remember it. So we're going to make sure, now what happens, we're going to make sure that we just, we want to shake off all of our excess because we don't want to, even though we're working on paper here, we don't want to make a mess. So we just need a little bit of solder because now we're tinning, okay? We're tinning the whole piece. And when you're tinning your work, it's very important. It's very important because this is what's going to hold this particular sun catcher, this 2-piece sun catcher, is this wing and the bird itself, the body of the bird, are what are going to hold all this together for us, okay? But we are working on the cardinal, okay? Okay, so what we want to do to keep the solder running correctly, we want to move the bird as we go so that the solder stays nice and level. So now we're going to solder this part, so guess what? The bird has to be up, okay? And we want to solder up. Okay. So we're trying to round that outside edge. And do what's called a touch and go. And I think Barbara's got the camera close enough, you can probably see that beading up on that edge. And what that does is it makes it's almost like a half of a, if you took your solder and you split it, when you do that to the outside edge, it rounds it and it makes it so rigid, everybody. You just want to be able to, see that? It makes it so rigid, so it helps take the copper foil and make it just that much more rigid for you, okay? The main thing here is how in the world are we going to hang it? And I can't wait to show you because it's the safest way to hang it. It won't ever come apart and it looks good, okay? So keep in mind, whenever you're soldering, you want to make sure that you have a soldering iron control. If you're not controlling the temperature, then the soldering is controlling you and it's probably making you frustrated because it's too hot and it's running, you can't pick it up. Okay? And I'm going to show you now. If you watch our videos, you know that I'm not a big fan of hanging anything on copper wire because copper wire will stretch. However, this cardinal simply weighs probably 5 or 6 ounces. And so we're good with making a jump ring out of copper wire using our 16 gauge wire. We're going to make a copper jump ring and I'm going to show you where to attach it so that it'll never come off. Now we've got several of these cardinals made, and you know, y'all, with Christmas coming up, it's really a nice sun catcher to make, to give to family or guests, or just, you know, just somebody in general. Okay. So now you can see, I'm gonna move these paper towels, they might be in the way. Now you can see I've cleaned everything, okay? I've got my wing here, and my wing, y'all, my wing goes right there, just like that, okay? And I'm gonna show you this, okay? So we're gonna make a jump ring out of 16 gauge copper wire, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna apply it or attach it to the cardinal so that we don't have to worry about it coming loose. So here we go. Hi everybody. So I'm gonna show you how to solder the wing to the bird's body and make it all one piece. And then step 2, coming right up, we are gonna make our jump ring and attach it to the wing. So yeah, so you know, something about when you bead up your solder on the edge like that and it rounds it up, when you go to tack solder something, guess what everybody, you already have the solder there that you need. So I want to show you this, and Barb's got the camera turned down just right. I've tack soldered it here and here right now, and what I want to do is I want to turn this over, because if I don't solder it right here and right here, that wing, okay, that wing won't stay there, not even a little bit. Okay, so we want that, and now we want just a little tiny catch right there. So to make this good, we soldered it here,
okay,
and we tacked it here, and then we tacked it here, and we tacked it here, right on the tip, okay? And now we're going to go one more if you want to catch it. Okay, so we've got our soldering, tack soldering completed. Now, I've got my pre-tinned 16 gauge wire here. I've got an old pair of lead nippers that are now wire nippers. So the best way to make a jump ring right here at the table is if you'll take your flux brush handle and take your 16 gauge wire, okay, and wrap it around it. Okay. All right, so what I've done here is I've created something that kind of looks like a spring. So now that we've wrapped the wire around our handle of our flux brush, I really don't need all of this. I just need a little bit of it. So I'm going to take this and cut this off right here. Okay, just like that. We just made a jump ring. We want it to conform to the wing here, and we also want to solder it right there, just like that. Okay, so we need a little bit of flux, and we're going to need a little bit of solder. So this is where I don't think that it's something that you need 4 hands, but so let that dry, or not dry, but cool off, okay? And then straighten this up, and when you straighten it, push it back down tight, because you're going to want your solder to go through that jump ring right there. And I think Barb can probably get a good look at that, because I do have that solder going directly through that jump ring. And now I'm going to put it on this side. So step 2 is making your jump ring. Step 3 is putting it on correctly. And now once you patina this, because of the way it's attached to the wing, to the body, to the back side of the wing, there you go. And you know, the same pattern that's on the website can also produce a beautiful little bluebird. Hi everybody, I hope that helps you out on preparing and installing your jump ring. We've discussed before, I don't use copper wire for hangers on large windows. Please don't. Copper wire will stretch and will eventually pull apart. But for a small sun catcher like this wire is exactly what you need to hang it. And so that, because the hanger won't be so big, it's very petite, but it's fine and it won't ever come off. So hang your sun catchers smartly. Hang your sun catchers smartly so that they don't come apart. Hi everybody, I hope you've enjoyed the video tonight. I had a bluebird on my shoulder and now I have a Barbara on my neck. This is good.
Hey guys, if you like what we're teaching and you want to see more, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Please do. And remember, this is Ed.
And this is Barb.
And we're with the ArtyRV GLASS STUDIO channel here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Wednesday night, again next week at 8 p.m.
See you next week. Thank you.
Hey, don't forget about our Q&As on Monday night at 7 p.m. And that's every Monday night at 7 p.m. with Barb and Ed on the ArtyRV channel.